Who has the right to redress a grievance? Everyone.
Because we're all going to Jefferson together.
Is the founding document of this state and this nation the truth, or is it a lie?
Now, if you'd all join me, we'll pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We said the Pledge of Allegiance, didn't we? Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. This is not secession. We are United States citizens, yes?
Yes.
And we want representation, yes?
Yes.
Because James Madison knew in Federalist Papers 51 that the rural counties and the townships and the smaller towns had to be represented as well as the larger cities at the time like Boston and New York. One nation, under God, indivisible, under God. Our rights don't come from the government. They come from God. Who's already in? Who already came here and delivered declarations? Siskiyou County, Modoc County, Glenn County, their Board of Supervisors won 5-0. Tehama County, their Board of Supervisors want to put it to the vote. Yuba County, yeah, Lake County, going in today. Trinity, Shasta, Lassen, Plumas, Sierra, Sutter, Colusa, Mendocino, Nevada, Placer, El Dorado, Amador, Calaveras, Tuolumne, and Butte.
Is the founding document of this state and this nation the truth, or is it a lie? It has to be one, or it has to be the other, because light cannot have fellowship with darkness. We, the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom, that to secure and perpetuate it, do establish this Constitution. The government of California was instituted by people just like yourselves to secure liberty. Rights of man, whether he exists in a government or whether he lives in a hole in the ground on the side of a mountain. They are the rights that you simply have because you are a human being. And those rights are life. You have the right to life. It was given you by your Creator. Whether therefore the defense of that life. Can you imagine a life where you are not allowed to defend that life? Your property. You have the right to property. You have the right to know what property you own and how that property can be used, and that those rules will never change from one day to the next. How can you make a living with your truck or your ranch or your timber business when the government changes the rules about whether you may or may not use your property on any given day and what that's going to cost you on any given day? We live in a state led by liars, filled with state agencies led by liars. Yep. California Air Resources Board, Dr. Hiram Tran, invented the P2M regulations, and he wasn't even really a doctor. Nope. And the head of that agency, Mary Nichols, knew that a month before she published the regulations and published them anyway. Senator Leland Yee does not want you to have the ability to protect yourself in your home while he was selling machine guns to the gangs in San Francisco. Right. That's right. He is under indictment now, but that legislation still stands. The state of California is engaged in a systematic persecution of the northern counties to deny us the traditional businesses that we've always engaged in. There are 4 businesses on this planet from which all products derive: mining, timber and wood products, livestock and agriculture, and energy production. The North State used to have all 4 of those businesses. We have been regulated out of 3 of them. There is no logging, there is no mining, there is no energy production now because the governor of California has declared large hydroelectric power plants to be not renewable energy. I believe in the rule of law, ladies and gentlemen. We all do. That's why we're here. That's why we're undergoing this process to achieve our sovereignty with the appropriate jurisdiction. California Constitution, Section 2, or Article 2, Section 1 says that all power is inherent in the people. All power, not some of it. Not the power the legislature allows you to have. Not the power sometimes that people let you think you might enjoy. All power is inherent in the people. Government was derived for their benefit, not for the benefit of people in that building, for your benefit. And whenever that government, it is required by the public good, the people have the right, not the permission. You don't have to ask. They have the right to alter or reform it. And that is our jurisdiction to be here today. This requires a lot of courage and a lot of dedication, and you have it. You're here. And believe me, the tough part of this has just begun. We are just now at the point where we're going to start a straight-up fight with the people in that building. We will introduce... We have 21 counties that have declared to petition the state of California for redress of grievance, your First Amendment right. Siskiyou County shares a state senator with 10 other counties. Los Angeles County has 11 state senators. We used to have a federal model of government in California. It was Prop 26. And in 1928, that took effect so that rural counties would have representation in the Senate as well. And we roughly had 1 state senator for each county. And California worked then. Do you know why? Because there was compromise. Urban areas controlled the assembly, rural areas controlled the Senate, and the 2 had to talk to one another. And the result was everybody didn't get exactly what they wanted, but everybody got something they wanted. And now we have one-sided government, one size fits all, from people who have no empathy for how we live our lives and no way of addressing that grievance except what we're doing today.
Who's the leader of Jefferson? Again, who is the leader of Jefferson? Okay, now we got that one out of the way. We are all Jefferson. My daughter asked me, why are you doing this? Why are you running for state senate? And I said, that's simple, because our representation refused to back us. 10 of the 11 counties that are going to be in Jefferson are here today. But our representative says, I don't know how it's going to work. He didn't come out here and talk to you and see that it is going to work. Right. He is also confused and thinks that dilution of vote is something that we're going to stand for. Why would somebody sign a Senate resolution saying that, hey, it's okay if you count people who don't belong in the state and hand that representation to the South? And we need the 51sters. We need 10,000 people a day, 7 days a week, to make 3 calls. 3 calls to the members of these houses. And where do you do that? Go on to soj51.net, click on 51sters. What you can do is you will be given 3 names, 2 assembly, 1 senator. Call them up. Say, hi, I am X, and I want you to support the state of Jefferson in committee and when it comes to a vote on the floor. That's all we need you to do. 10,000, 3 calls, 30,000 calls, and I know that I've called a lot of these numbers. Those mailboxes are already full. We're going to have that type of an impact in order to show that there is a force of people that want representation. It's only going to be 1.8 million people. It's not a lot of people to miss, but it is going to be 1/3 of the state. We want our state back, we want representation, and we're going to be looking for you on the campaign trail, and I thank you all so very much for being here, because you are the leaders of Jefferson. Thank you very much.
Serve us, you serve LA. The time has come 51 in Jefferson, state of mind.